Fly ball, pretty well hit. Get up, baby, get up.
He did. That's out of here. That's out of here.
That's a home run.
They're calling it a double. That's out of here.
McCann standing at second base for now. That's a home run, boys.
Yeah, that hit off the top of the wall, then the back wall.
We do have instant replay.
And you got the kid umpire who's never umpired here before. He's never seen this before.
They're going to gather, and I'm sure they're going to review it. For now, it's a double. The rule states the umpires can meet. The batter runner can stand at the base. One umpire will stand in the middle of the diamond. They will then go into the video room, look at all the replays, which come from New York, and then the umpires will come out onto the field and render their decision.
We don't need a replay from New York.
And it is on boundary calls.
Here's one from Atlanta. This will show you all you need to see. It's off the railing in the back and off the back wall of the stands. Home run.
The umpires come out, and the decision is home run! Braves win it. Center field, deep. Kiermaier back. Kiermaier at the wall. Kendrys Morales with a two-run home run, and the Royals lead 3-1.
Yeah, it hit that far catwalk as Kiermaier wasn't sure exactly what was going to happen here in the Arena Dome in Tropicana Field here. You just never know. You got to stay with the ball for sure, but that ball is hit high. I didn't know if it had enough to get out of the ballpark, but Kiermaier kept going back and back and drifting, and then next thing you know, we didn't see the ball come down over the fence.
Now, that hit the middle ring, and the same thing happened here last night with Minnesota and Tampa Bay. Miguel Sano hit one to left center field that hit that same middle ring, and they called that a double. So they're going to talk it over here and have a conversation and go over the ground rules. And now they're going to go look at it just to make sure. There are 4 rings. There's a very small ring that's, well, they're all helping support the roof. The top 2 rings, if it hits the ring, the ball is live and in play. So no matter where it hits, if the ball ricochets back into play, it's a live ball. So no, I mean, that thing last night, I mean, that would have been a home run anywhere except for here. So he just kind of fell victim to the ground rules. And then there are the 2 rings below that, but he hit the one just above the lights, and then there's one right below the lights. So they're just going to go and make sure.
Yeah.
So no hit that one where he just put the blue.
Okay, and they're saying that would have been way out of the ballpark and would have been a 2-run homer.
Right.
And probably would have given Minnesota the game.
So I think the umpires got it right. It hit the second ring. I said the middle. Well, the middle of the lower ones, the way up above. I mean, that one, I don't know if anybody's hit that one, but I think they just want to make sure, based on what happened last night, that it did hit the ring that they thought that it hit.
Just glad you didn't ask me to read the rules there. That whole page of stuff that it's only read here in this ballpark.
And they also, if you look in the corners of the rings, just to help the umpires out, whether the ball is live or if it hits one of the rings where it's an automatic home run, they help the umpires out. They have yellow stripes, they have yellow poles up there to help them tell whether it's a fair ball or a foul ball if it hits one of the rings. But there you go, those 4 support rings that help keep Tropicana Field inflated, but it creates for some very interesting ground rules.
Told me he was doing a game here once where it was the Twins actually, and there's the home run. And let's take a look at last night, our Mazda game break. And so when we look at this one, a little bit different, guys.
Was there for a year. I'm not sure which one.
Moss shoots it into the gap in left center field. That ball will carry out of here. It's a home run. Or is it? Umpire indicating that it's a double, but that ball looked to be gone. They'll take a quick look. That's a home run clearly. They're about to play this on the video board here at the ballpark, and Moss can then start his trot.
Frankly, it would be a little more dramatic if it was a grand slam in a 3-0 game instead of a solo shot in a 6-0 game. But it'll still be fun, Dan. That railing is behind the fence. I believe that's where it hit. Should be a simple process. And here we go. Ready for your home run call?
It is gone.
That was perfect.
Sees a fastball this time. There it goes. Up against the wall, and is it in play or is it a homer? The umpires say home run, and at least for now, this game is tied. You know the Marlins are going to want another look at this one.
Well, I mean, this is going to open up a whole can of worms if it didn't go out, because where do you set the runners? Jason Worth hit the ball hard his first time up, got a pitch outside right there, drove it out to right center field, and I think a fan reached over and touched it. At least that's what I saw with my naked eye from the booth. And that would have hit that bar, and that's a homer.
Yeah, he's reaching over the railing, but the railing's a home run.
And this is not a review from Mike Redmond, or a challenge I should say, but an umpire review on all home runs. So I think the ump's got it right, but I'm not marking it in my scorecard because I've seen some weird stuff happen this
Well,
year
right
already.
now, just to be safe, I've got Worth at least at second base.
You got him at second?
And I would think with 2 outs, even if it ends up being a double, they'd send the other 2 runners home. But you just never know. But based on the replay, the Nats have tied this game.
I still have Jason Worth at home. That's a homer.
Yeah, they're definitely above the green wall. I mean, the ball can't be coming perfectly straight down.
Well, those two guys got to communicate. I mean, somebody's got to call that, and that's where the problem was.
They both went for it.
The guy on the left has got to say, I got it. They're showing it on the Jumbotron scoreboard, big screen dealy here, and that's easy. Here, what do we got? Home run.
Ball game is tied, and give Joe West and his guy Rob Drake credit. They did not look long, didn't take them very long, and this ball game is tied up.
There's a long drive to right field, and it is hooking. Fair ball. It's gone.
I think the Brewers going to take a look at this. Yep.
Foul ball.
Yankee offense flexed its muscles on Tuesday in the ninth inning in the 7th inning with a 9-run inning. High fly ball, deep left. Revere back. He's on the track at the wall. See ya! A home run. No, they're saying it's in play. It is in play, so Teixeira will stop at second, and Joe Girardi is going to say, let's take a look at this. because it looked like a fan did touch the ball after it had gone over the wall, but the umpires will take a look. What do you think, David?
At first blush, I thought it was a home run easily because Revere's way up there.
I think it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, that hit the fan in the first row. You get a better look right here, but you can see the fans reaching.
He's not reaching out.
I mean, that ball's way up and over. You know, you have to see the fan hit the ball, you know, with his hands. There was a ricochet off the fan's hands that was a little deceptive from the straight-on view. But you could tell because Revere was up at the top of the wall and the ball was much higher than his glove.
So will that be a double for Teixeira or his 30th home run? They'll take a look. They're showing it on the big board right now. And the crowd reacts as if to say, oh, that's gone.
I mean, just judging by how high that ball was above Revere's glove, you could see it just ricochet off of really. It's hard to tell which fan actually made contact with the ball, but clearly there was contact made by the fan. And not Jeffrey Mayer style either, reaching over the wall. They were in proper order, in their seats, reaching high. That ball is so high. That ball is way out. You can see the ball just change directions and go straight down.
Is it enough to overturn the on-field call? That's the question. So this is under review. They're looking at it.
There's no question. I mean, that ball just completely changed direction off of the fan's hands and went straight down. I'd be shocked if this isn't overturned.
Well, the umps are about to make the call. They were taking the headsets off. Now they're still on. All right, looks like it's going to be decided now. See ya! A home run for Teixeira, and the game is tied at 1.
As Malix drives one toward left, Conforto on the run, still going. That ball is high off the wall. That's a fair ball. It ricochets back toward the infield. Malix is going to try for 3, and he's going to make it. That ball might have hit above the orange line, up above the wall. And this one's going to be reviewed by the umpiring crew, and it might be a home run for Malix Smith.
That concrete above the orange line and to the right of the foul line is a home run. And that's where it hit. That's a home run. That is Malix Smith's first big league homer. I think they ought to let him go back to home plate and run the bases. Good jog.
Might as well, yeah. So Malix Smith, it appears, has hit an opposite field home run right down the line into the left field corner.
And showing it on the big screen here, and the Mets fans all just groaned. Oh, yeah.
So this is a crew chief review, a boundary call review, as they were called when replay first began in the major leagues.
Well, Gary Cederstrom is the crew chief, and he was the guy on the third base line, and he saw that ball come off like a shot.
And it is the first big league home run for Malix Smith. And I'll bet you that was worth the wait.
Well, it's a short trot, but another one. I mean, he's had so many odd firsts, like his first game when he got cracked in the head by his helmet. Now his first home run, he only gets to trot from third base.
And his aide told us what Major Donald did, who Major Donald now is a general. Is that ball deep? Deep? Stretch!
It's gone.
So that will be a triple.
Well, that looked like it was out of the ballpark.
I thought it was.
And Robin's going to come out. Looked to me like Chu, who went up as high as he could go, and that ball went over his glove. But we'll have to see it again. Again, to the naked eye, it looked like it was gone. Let's slow it down. Chu goes up.
That's a home run. That ball hit the railing and bounced back in. Looked like.
Now we'll have to see. Robin is now talking with the crew chief, Jerry Meals. He said, hey, look, this is a close call. Without using a challenge, why don't you call an umpire review?
All right, take another look. Let's see if that. Yeah, the only thing, it has to hit the edge. Let's see if it hits the edge. If it doesn't, if it hits on top right there, well, it gets a part of the edge. It looks like it may. No, came back in.
What we've seen a couple times this year, and it's most amazing because you very rarely see it. We saw one hit the top of the left field wall, bounce back down on top of the wall, and return to the field of play.
And let's check out the replay numbers this year so far. And this is through yesterday's game. 211 confirmed, 247 stands, and 411 plays overturned.
The call on the field is confirmed, and so it's a triple.
So it just caught the edge of the fence.